Alright guys, welcome back. Not sure how much of this I will play today, or right now anyway, but we're going to try and talk to Honora real quick. If I can find out where she's at. Oh, there we go, Honora's room, right there. Perfect. And we're going to see what we can do here. Yep, Honora.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me.
So I can assassinate you?
I will be blunt.
Oh.
I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come.
I hope
It
so.
is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Are you proposing an alliance? I don't think it's as important as you believe. Why should I support you? Think you're better candidate than Alistair, and are you proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
You think you're a better candidate than Alistair?
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
We all do things we have to do sometimes, blah, blah, blah. It's true he probably isn't the best suited. Being a good ruler requires more than ambition.
Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn.
A kind king who is a fine warrior sounds good to me. Yeah.
Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built.
Well, that is true, I guess. Let's see, you just want the throne for yourself. What's your alternative? Let's see. You don't seem like Alistair
My
much.
feelings towards Alistair have nothing to do with it. I barely know him. I simply believe that I am what this country needs. I will fight for what I believe. Would Alistair do the same? What say you then? Your support for mine in the Landsmeet?
I agree. You'll have my support in the Landsmeet. Yeah, I agree.
That is good to hear. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain.
Of course.
Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
What do you think about marrying
I try
Alistair?
not to. Ignoring that the man looks so much like Kaelin, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Kaelin as well. But it is true that Alistair has Therin blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations.
True.
A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
What Alistair wants is not important. I think I could convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king.
Interesting.
It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
I'll speak to him then.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Very interesting. Alright. Oh wait. Can I talk to you again?
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be...
I still need to speak to him.
Well, do so.
Oh, okay. Fine. Goddamn. I'm not really sure when I can have the Landsmeet, which I'm very interested in having, actually. I want to get that over with. It's kind of my main point in doing any of this. Alistair is in here? Yes?
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it.
I think it'd be a good. I've agreed to support her in the lands meet.
You have? I'm relieved, actually. The Landsmeet may not listen to you, and Al Eamon would go right back into a coma if you told him. But me? I'm relieved. I guess all we need to do is stop her father from taking the throne first, right?
Oh, you also need to marry her.
Marry her? As in marriage? As in be her
Yes.
husband? You've spoken to her about this?
You did, didn't you?
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head?
No.
That's crazy.
But see, two persuade options. I think this is the best compromise for peace. She can rule while you lead. It's perfect.
I suppose. I don't know how much of a leader I am, but at least
you're
I
a
know
perfect
she's
leader.
a good ruler. Go ahead then. Tell her I'll do it if it comes to
God,
that.
I'm such a dick.
Now, excuse me while I go have a small heart attack somewhere. No big deal, right?
Yeah, you go have fun with that. I'll go tell her the great news. I swear to God, if this game has a 30-minute wedding thing, I'm gonna be a little bit pissed. Didn't mean to close the door, but okay. Guess that works too.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing?
He's agreed to your terms.
He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth.
I'm gonna persuade her.
To marry Kaelin's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
Yeah, marry Alistair, and you have my support.
Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course.
Yeah, I know.
I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
I have some questions.
Ask me whatever you like.
Saying against your father, yeah.
Of course it does. But how much worse would I be to calmly stay at the side of a man who murdered my husband?
It's true. I met with Kaelin at Alistair. He was a good man.
He was, and far happier in the field than in the throne room.
I do remember
He was
Kaelin. He was
reckless,
awesome.
impetuous, and charming. Had he not been king, he would have made a dashing rogue for a band of players. We were a good pairing. He would not have wanted the burden of ruling any more than I would have liked to remain the silent wife in my husband's shadow.
Another question.
Ask me whatever you like.
What do you think we'll have to plans?
Do you want me to try my luck at fortune telling?
Go ahead.
There was an old woman who read palms in the village of Gwarren when I was a child. She told me that I would have 10 children and be bald as a winter heath when I grew up. I can't say I put much faith